I still remember in 2016 when I was in the first year, right? I was asked to introduce myself in front of all the students in the class, and guess what? I couldn't introduce properly. I hardly speak, and if I'm not doing third step, you will never able to speak in English in front of others. At least you can understand, but you will never able to speak. So that is for sure. Hi everyone, welcome all to my YouTube channel. So today I'm gonna discuss very interesting topic that I have been asked multiple times to make the video, right? You guys get to know that I was from the Hindi medium students, and also I was from the village, and I have studied into the government schools, and still, like, how did I handle to improve this communication skill in English? That question I have been asked multiple times across all the social media platform, be it on LinkedIn, be it YouTube comment section, be it on Instagram. So that's why today I decided to make the dedicated video to improve the communication skill in English medium. This video is really important for the all the Hindi medium students, so that you guys can follow the same steps. These methods are tried and tested method, so definitely you can trust, because I have personally applied those methods. It helped me a lot in my college time, and definitely gonna help you a lot. I still remember in 2016 when I was in the first year, right? I was asked to introduce myself in front of all the students in the class, and guess what? I couldn't introduce properly. I hardly able to speak 2, 3, 4 lines that I used to do in the our schools during the school time in the UP board. That's why I think this video is very important, because most of the people don't know what are the practical methods to improve the communication skill in English. Honestly, I'm not any good speaker in English, but at least I can help you this much, that you will not face any problem across any company on the planet to work. So first, let's try to understand why the communication skill in English is really important, right? First, let's try to understand why, then I will go like how you can improve this. Let's, for example, talk about myself, right? I am from the Uttar Pradesh. I am purely have studied in the Hindi medium, but most of the jobs that you get, right, so those companies can be the Indian, and those companies can be the foreigner, right? In these cases, the people from the particular location, right, they hire the people from the multiple location, and they work together. So for example, they hired someone from the Uttar Pradesh, and they hired someone from the Kerala, they hired someone from the Tamil Nadu, they hired someone from the, let's say, Karnataka. Now all those 5 people wants to work together, then how they will work, right? So in these cases, because these people know the different local languages, but they also know the common language, that is the English. So that's why common language English helps a lot while you want to work together with different kinds of people who have the different background, right? So here English comes into the picture. I think you got the idea. I will make the separate video why it is really important, but let's focus on like what are the steps you should focus. So the method, the tips, the tricks, the steps that I'm gonna tell, it's purely based on my practical experience that I've personally used. I don't know about others, but if you apply those methods, these are the practical method. I'm not gonna tell you take this course, take this speaking course, and go and watch those videos. But honestly, these are the practical method that I have personally used during the college times. That's why I'm very sure, I can guarantee that these methods will help you a lot. Let's discuss one by one. So these are the only 3 steps that you should follow in the order. First step is to write as much as possible in English. So to write in English, you don't need to do any external practice, because in the college you must be writing the notes, you must be writing the assignment. That is more than enough. You don't need to do practice, you don't need to allocate time for this step separately. So you can skip this step. The second step is listen as much as you can. So for listening practice, what you can do, what I used to do, I used to listen South Indian English dubbed movie on the YouTube, and also you can listen the stories. There is so many English stories, interesting stories that you can listen on the YouTube. Those 2 things are enough, but just only 30 minutes. Just listen and just try to observe the word, try to observe the meaning, what they are trying to say, and try to see the meaning of the statement. That's more than enough. You don't need to do anything extra apart from this. So you can utilize the YouTube at least 30 minutes every day. Now let's come to the very important step, that is the third step. And so for third step, what you need to do, practice. Honestly, if you are doing any step first and second, if you are not doing third step, you will never able to speak in English in front of others. At least you can understand, but you will never able to speak. So that is for sure. That's why now it's time to practice as much as yes. And how you are going to practice, right? So for me, what I used to do every time after the dinner in the hostel with the roommate, some other students nearby my room. So what we used to do, we used to have the dinner, and after the dinner we used to go for the walk around 30 minutes. In those 30 minutes, what we used to do, we used to decide the topic for the next day. And next day, what we used to do after the dinner, we used to walk and we used to speak English on that topic. Like whatever the thoughts, just try to speak, just try to express into the word of the English. That's how I used to do practice, honestly. So these, if you follow these three steps, next 3 months, I can guarantee you, you will see a lot of the changes in yourself, and you will see your brain start functioning in that way. You don't need to convert Hindi to English in mind and then you need to speak. No, your brain automatically start working and you can directly speak English. So these are the three steps that I used to follow personally, and it helped me a lot, honestly. Now it's been like I have worked in the multiple companies, I have worked with multiple types of people, I have worked with the multiple country people, so I never faced any issue in terms of the communication in English. So that's why I'm saying these are the tried and tested method you can apply and definitely will help you a lot. So one thing always remember, these steps is gonna help the people who know the basics of English, right? If you try to ignore the English basic grammar, it's very difficult to speak the right English. At least not the right, you are gonna speak always the wrong. What does it mean, right? Let's try to understand. So if you don't know the grammar, right, basic of the grammar, you don't know the 12 sentence, how to make the 12 sentence, you don't know to how to make the imperative sentence, you don't know to how to make the direct indirect speech, you don't know to utilize the preposition, conjunction, all those things, you will always struggle. Either you will end up speaking the wrong English. That's why I'm not saying that be expert in English, but have the basics clear in English. Then follow these three steps. Definitely it will help you a lot, and you will be, I can guarantee you, in 1 or 2 years you will be able to speak very well in English. At least this much, that you can clear your interview and you can work together with different background of the people. So yeah guys, that's it that I wanted to share my thoughts, my steps that personally I followed. These are the practical method. Don't go for any course, don't go for the any speaking course in English. If you follow this much, it is more than enough. And whatever the English I am speaking, this much is enough to crack any interview. Basically at the end, you can communicate your thoughts, whatever you're thinking, you can communicate your thoughts in front of others. That is more than enough. So now let's end this video. Let me know about your point of view and how did you improve your communication in English. Thank you guys for watching.